I just wanted to give you a little update on my Streptocarpus, because as you can see I've got a number in flower, and I just wanted to talk you through some of them and tell you about my exciting news. So, okay, the first one here is a German one, and this is called Pink Leyla. It's from Fleischle. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So that's Pink Leyla. The next one here, which is quite beautiful as well, is called Strawberry Fizz. I can't remember who the breeder of that particular one is, but I'll put it up in the annotations at the top of the page at the end. The next one across is, of course, you know, the classic Dibley's Harlequin Blue. And this is the one that was voted Chelsea Plant of the Year in 2010, I think. Well, around there anyway. And now we're moving on to the Ukrainian ones, the Dimitri's ones. And the first one I want to bring your attention to is Black Magic, which really is almost black. Only on the backs of the petals can you see really the purple coming out. But it's a really good one. It's very hard to get that, you know, that dark colour in Streptocarpus. Apparently, I mean, I haven't tried breeding them myself. And this one I think is my favourite one. It's DS-Hawaiian Party. Just look at it. It is like a party in there, isn't it? I don't know if Hawaiian parties are like that. Maybe that's a bit of a hula skirt going on or something. Anyway, it's gorgeous, and the flowers are really quite big. They can get bigger than this one as well. And finally, okay, this one. Now this is my surprise. This is a Dimitri's one as well, and it's DS Little Plushy Arctic Fox, I think. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up above. And I'm just going to lift this up here and show it to you. And do you see how this particular flower has pink and purple all spliced together on it in an ununiform pattern? It's called a fantasy type Streptocarpus. And fantasy is a bit like variegation in that it's an unstable thing. So the way it can present itself on any particular flower may be different from the mix that you'll find on another flower. So it's something really quite special and quite gorgeous, really. But I have to tell you the story behind this. And the story behind this is that I bought a leaf of this particular hybrid because it was the only way I could get my hands on it, and I propagated it from a leaf. But what I didn't know at the time, in my ignorance, was that fantasy is not something that always comes true from a leaf cutting. There's something new. And when my plant eventually flowered, there was no fantasy in it. So it flowered with just a plain reddish flower, and it was so disappointing because it so wasn't what I wanted. And somebody told me, an experienced grower, that if I persisted, what may happen is when the plant produced a second floret, that second floret might come true to form, might produce an actual fantasy flower. And that's what's happened. And I was so delighted to see this flower open and to see that it is true to form. And how beautiful it is. So I just wanted to share my absolute delight with you. My friend came down the other day and I was showing her my streps, and this bud was still closed at the time. But as I brought her over, I could see that there were glimmers of pink and purple together in the bud. So I knew it was going to happen this time round. So DS, Little Arctic Plushy Fox, I believe. That's all. Thanks very much for watching, and do check back in again sometime, and I'm sure I'll have another video that'll whet your appetite in all the beautiful plants there are out there. Bye now.